With NHL free agency just days away, Leafs fans can expect the biggest shake-up that we've seen on this team since the Core 4 era began. Mitch Marner is likely gone, and John Tavares may be headed elsewhere too. That leaves a lot of cap space for the Leafs to play with, and they'll definitely be trying to plug the gaps that losing these core members of the team will leave behind. They still have a fantastic goaltending tandem, star players like Matthews and Nylander, and other areas of the roster which, combined with the available cap space, may be enough to entice some of the best free agents on the market to come to the Six. And so for today's video, here are my top 3 free agent targets for the Toronto Maple Leafs. My number 1 for this free agency feels less like a speculative dream and more like something tangible which may already be in the works. It's also something that I never thought I'd be saying, but hockey's a funny sport, and so here we are. I want the Leafs to lock in Brad Marshand. The former Boston Bruin turned Cup champ Florida Panther could be a valuable asset to the Leafs roster. With 10 goals and 10 assists totaling 20 points in 23 games during the playoffs, he shows up in the postseason in a way that the Leafs need. It's already been rumoured by Spit and Chicklets Paul Bissonnette that Marshand may sign in Toronto on a 4-year $36 million deal, $9 million per season. Nick Kipparos of Sportsnet has also reported that Marshand will sign with the Leafs on July 1st. I would be so happy with this outcome. I feel like the Leafs just need a Marshand on the team. He's definitely productive, he brings a lot of value, and he may just be the missing puzzle piece that this team needs, especially with players like Marner and possibly Tavares gone. Second on this list is a player from near Toronto, which I feel like is needed if Marner is indeed gone. Andrew Mangiapane of the Washington Capitals. He's not the super productive player that he was back when he was with the Calgary Flames, but he might just be the low risk, low cost, 1-year contract to prove himself kind of player that the Leafs need. He had 28 points last season, so he definitely does still have value to bring. If the Leafs are making a big splash on someone like Marshand or some other big name, a guy like Mangiapane could be a great middle six scoring help for low cost. There's little to no risk involved, and who knows, he does have scoring history and it could work out well for both parties. So we've got 2 wingers on this list so far. So let's look at a potential defenseman that the Leafs may target this free agency. 27-year-old right-shooting defenseman Nick Perbix could be a great add to the Leafs' second power play unit, and he has the potential to score the odd goal too. He had 6 last season with Tampa despite averaging only 15 minutes of ice time per game, and of course that was with no power play opportunities. The Leafs defensive group are getting older now, and I think someone like Perbix could be just what the Leafs are looking for if they do decide to go after a defenseman this free agency. So although those are my top 3 for the Leafs, and I try to keep it sort of realistic rather than just putting 3 of the biggest names at the top, but of course there were some big names that I didn't put on this list. Sam Bennett is definitely one of them. First off, it just doesn't seem like he's going to be in Toronto. It doesn't sound like he's going to sign there. And to be honest, I've sort of gone back and forth with my opinion on him as a Leaf, and I'm just not even sure that I, as a fan, really want him there anyway. His style of play and the risks he takes, I just don't feel like he would get away with on the Leafs the same way that he has done for Florida, which makes me think that his play and his game might not be quite as effective. Of course, he is absolutely one of the most talented players on the free agent market this year, but is he the right player for the Leafs? I personally honestly think that someone like Brad Marchand is a far better fit for this team. Tanner Jano is another big name who is on the free agent market, but he comes at a large cost for a player in a bottom 6 role with an average of just 7 goals in the past 2 seasons. Although he's an intimidating, tough physical guy, and the Leafs are looking to change their DNA, it's a big investment, and honestly, once again, I'd rather see, if they're going to go for a big name, I want to see Marchand on the team. Obviously, the biggest name on the free agent market this year is going to be Mitch Marner, one of the Leafs' own, and it will definitely be tough to fill the gap that he's going to leave behind. Also, if John Tavares leaves, I'm going to be incredibly sad, because if you know me, you'll know that I am a massive John Tavares fan. But I still live out in hope that he's going to take a team-friendly deal and we'll see him back in a Leafs jersey next season. I want him to retire a Leaf. So I'm intrigued to see what the Leafs go for in this free agency. I love this time of year. It really breaks up the off season. Let me know in the comments down below who you'd like to see the Leafs target this free agency. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also like this video too. Thank you so much for watching, and happy free agency.
What a wasted time. Should have been here on the outside, read the sign.